back at it again. Eric and John, football's personal. D's and not MIA. He said he's sick.
Out sick.
He taking a sick day.
No!
I guess
he's taking a sick day.
I didn't get the request for a sick day, so that's points. We're gonna get a verbal write up.
Cleveland sucks.
Cleveland sucks. This isn't the Drew Carey show where you can just chant Cleveland rocks and it's okay. No. That's back when the Indians were actually the Indians, and they actually were good with Kenny Lofton and the boys before he went to Atlanta to be on a better team. So, but we're back again, and the fantasy football draft has been going on with free agency. So it's basically boot up Madden and fantasy draft because everyone's gone everywhere. From Russell Wilson signing his bullshit contract with the Steelers to...
Well, I mean, it's not like he needed the money. He's still getting $38 million from fucking Denver.
I get it. I really do. But it goes all the way to Chicago fucking up the bag. Like, you had the number 1 pick, the number 9 pick, and a quarterback who hasn't had the same offensive coordinator in 4 years. So, his ceiling's still high. So, we're just going to trade him away because we brought in 2 wide receivers that may or may... The ageless wonder, Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. You think that's going to solve your problems?
Well, I mean, Allen will be consistent no matter who's quarterback.
Yeah, but it's his 11th year in the league. He's getting old. And the thing is, you're going to expect Caleb Williams to still give you 1,000 yards to that man? Good luck.
But his game's not predicated on any one thing, though, so I think he'll be fine.
But
you know what I mean?
It's still you have the same Bears offensive line. Like Caleb Williams or whoever's going to be quarterback still has to run for their life.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one.
But my 100% thought was Chicago should have drafted Harrison Jr. number 1, try and get Neighbors or Bowers at number 9. You give Justin Fields 5-6 different weapons like that, good luck. Plus DeAndre Swift, like that screams high-powered offense to me. The Steelers are a bunch of dirty jokers taking advantage of people who have a sucky front office. Getting Justin Fields for a 6th-round pick, predicated on him playing 51% of the snaps to give it a 4th-round pick. Hey, guys, y'all know what's happening. He's sitting this year fully to mature. They're going to draft the quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round to back up Justin Fields after they get rid of Russell Wilson at the end of the year. Like, that's essentially
that's how you play the game.
Like, that's essentially what the Steelers are doing. Hey, Russ, come in here. We may not be that good, but you're good enough to get us to the playoffs. Justin Fields, study our offense, and then you're the guy. Like,
that's how you play it.
That's how you take advantage of people. It's wrong.
It's not that hard. It's Chicago.
It's Denver and Chicago. Like, it's
fucking sucks.
It's like they play magic voodoo tricks on both of them. Like, you will cut Russell Wilson and pay most of his contract. And Chicago is so desperate to get rid of Justin Fields because they want to win.
I don't think I don't really think they ever regretted that decision.
Oh, Denver probably not. The Bears, oh yeah, they're going to shit themselves if Fields comes back in 2 years and is a playoff contending quarterback on a better team. So,
yeah.
But Atlanta, they just can't stop bringing in 2nd, 3rd tier wide receivers. It's okay. We need a kick returner.
Like, we'll be all right. We're gonna draft Ladd.
I don't see a problem with that. But if we don't draft we didn't get this number 2 pick or the 2nd round pick from Jacksonville because Ridley somehow got a huge payday from Tennessee. Not sure why, but More power to you. Jacksonville was even surprised, like,
Not our problem. We'll be fine.
But now we have 2 third-round picks.
We'll be fine. Calvin Ridley's gonna try to hit a parlay with that new money and probably get.
Oh yeah, he's gonna fuck it up. Oh, I can make how much money?
Exactly.
Who can I bet on to go number 1?
Yeah.
But as a whole, D tackle is what I think Atlanta's going to go with in the draft. I have a jersey bet with Bryce. If Jaden Daniels goes number 1, he's going to give me a Georgia Southern autographed jersey.
Okay.
So that
and
maybe,
if anyone else goes, what do you got to get?
He's claiming Caleb Williams, and I just said if Jaden Daniels, like, I got to get a jersey, and he said deal. I was like, cool, I'll put it right there, hanging. I was like, maybe you can throw me in one of those 62 gold chains that you have on your TikTok shop or your player shop.
Yeah,
but I don't see. I've seen so many videos about Caleb Williams. I'm sick of it. Watching him play, he's not that impressive. Last year, he tried to be the first quarterback to go back-to-back Heismans. It didn't work. He played awful. He almost messed up the bag against.
It's
a subpar.
It's because he didn't have his fingernails painted the right color.
Well, him and his dress need to go elsewhere too. I don't see a sissy team in the NFL that is okay with him painting his fingernails or wearing his corset or.
Oh, what's the one? God dang it! What is it? It was an old Disney movie. It's got nothing to do with football, but making fun of him about the finger motocross.
Oh, motocross.
Where the twins the brother got hurt and the sister cut her hair. But she forgot about her nails, and she's like, "Yeah, it helps with the
vibration or something." And then when she comes back for the
everybody else is doing it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Caleb is not going to have that effect on the NFL where everyone's going to have fingernail paint. It helps me throw a tighter spiral.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it makes you look ridiculous. And then his pops keeps chatting, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 that could go number 1, my bet's on Jaden Daniels. He's a bigger, more athletic version of Bryce Young. Drake May is a question mark. None of the 3 threw. So you don't know if they have issues or if they can make the throws.
I think the wild card is New England.
New England, I feel like is going to take Drake May.
No, I think they're going to trade out.
Back out?
Yeah.
Who do you think
I got this thinking feeling Minnesota's trying to work something with their 2 first-round picks.
Well, Minnesota's at 12 and 19, so.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
Do you really think New England would trade back to take both those first-round picks for number 3?
I mean, it is Gerard Mayo. I mean, a new front office.
Well, you can't. I'm not going to say that he doesn't know what he's doing, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what he's doing. Because
he's never been a head coach ever.
Hey, remember who's their GM now?
I got no fucking clue.
It's not the same guy with Belichick was GM too, wasn't he?
I think he had a roster control at least, but they still had a GM. I don't know who the GM is, but I don't know. I think they just could probably make better use of 2 first-round picks.
It's Elliott Wolf. Yeah, he has no idea.
I think they can make better use of 2 first-round picks.
Elliott Wolf will have a major hand in New England's transactions moving. Yeah, he was just promoted to GM for New England for the Patriots. He ain't gonna know what he's doing, but it is what it is. But then you got the Giants making a move with Carolina, getting Brian Burns and giving him a fat contract.
Yeah.
Florida State alum, getting paid, 5-year, 150. That's a nice chunk of change. Sweat is being Phillies shopping Sweat around. Another Florida State defensive end. The Cowboys have been shockingly quiet, but our dude Bryce sent me why. They're saving up all their money to re-sign everyone coming off their rookie deal or extensions.
They're all in
Yeah, they're going all in on paying
on a
that.
team that's not going to win.
Yeah, when you should have went and paid Derrick Henry more money than the Ravens to get you to a Super Bowl.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. They only paid him 9. He's getting 9 this year, and I think 6 next. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Jerry World could have pulled up that money. They didn't pay Pollard. That's why he went elsewhere. He went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. That's crazy.
And then let's see who else made some ridiculous moves.
Washington.
Oh yeah, they sent Howell to Seattle.
Yep, they traded him. They signed Bobby Wagner.
Bought him Mariota. Bobby Wagner, Mariota, and sent Howell to Seattle. Howell's going to be the starter and probably take them to the playoffs.
Yeah, but you got no, they signed a bunch of people. They signed baby, look that up for me.
Who?
Washington. They signed Bobby Wagner. Who else did they freaking sign? Just the Commanders' free agent signings.
Well, they signed Noah. I can't even pronounce that last name. Jacobino Gina or whatever.
They signed Kendall Fuller. Hold on, missed something. Ha!
Bobby Wagner.
Well, yeah, I mean that for them, for what they need him for, it's perfect.
Fowler? They signed Fowler?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They signed Eckler from San Diego.
Benitez.
Yeah, that was Dallas's starting center.
Yep, they brought
Zach Ertz. They brought him in.
Allegretti from KC. Armstrong. Damn, they've been
Jeremy Chin from Carolina.
Ertz.
Dorrance Armstrong. Cleveland Farrell.
A bunch of aged up. Mariota wasn't on Philly last.
Yeah, he was.
After he quit Atlanta?
Yeah, he went to Philly.
What a bitch.
And then they signed Brandon McManus at kicker. Anthony Pittman's on a 1-year deal.
Yep. And Bobby Wag's the latest one.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder they re-signed. Tyler Ott's alone. But I mean, just
I'm sorry.
It's.
I gotta say that. Out of Sam Howell and Marcus Mariota, I'm taking Sam Howell.
I mean, I would have kept Howell, but I think them doing the Mariota signing just means they're going to take the quarterback.
Yeah. If you're reliant, look at what he did in Atlanta.
Oh, no, he wasn't that great.
Everything in the world, and then he quit.
So, that's not like, I'm fine. I get it. I mean, that just kind of cements it that they're going to do a quarterback.
Let's break it down. Quarterback, the first 3 picks.
Right.
Regardless of who. The Giants are taking a quarterback at 6. And then you have Denver, the Vikings,
Las Vegas,
and the Raiders all need a quarterback. So
somebody's reaching for JJ.
Oh, yeah. Please reach to Atlanta. Let us fall back to 10. Fall back.
Fall back to us trading back. I mean, you can still get somebody.
Oh, did I send you what I got? I did a mock draft, and I got So I fell back from 1 to 19 with the Rams.
Yeah.
I got their first round pick, their second round pick, their fifth, sixth. Their first round, their second round, their fifth, both their sixth, and their 2025 fourth round pick. Just to fall back to 19.
Okay.
I did another one where I got 7 picks for just falling back to 3 spots,
Right.
back to 11, which I think is that's the Vikings. So,
Right.
we could rack up. I'm down. Trade back just enough.
Yeah.
Because right now, Dallas Turner and Verse are projected to go from 11 on back. So I'm fine with it.
Right.
And there's even rumor that Harbaugh's not even looking at Bowers right now. He wants an offensive lineman. I'm like, how dumb are you? Like,
Well,
why
I mean,
not?
I get it. Okay, you want to line but dude, you just traded your 2 best wide receivers.
Exactly. So you need
Who
to
you
make,
gonna throw to?
like, and your tight end is a 500-yard tight end who's not that good.
Because I mean, Quentin Johnson didn't work out very well as a first-round pick.
Nope.
And then you just traded your most reliable one in
For nothing.
Keenan Allen for whatever the hell they gave you.
I think it was like a 4th and a 6th round pick.
Yeah. And then you got fucking. And then you cut Mike Williams.
No, I'm sorry. They got a 4th round pick, and that's it.
Yeah.
And cut Mike Williams. So if you don't take Marvin Harrison Jr., Brock Bauer, or Malik Neighbors with the 5th round or 5th overall pick, you're an idiot. Like, that's 3 reliable, like, targets.
Yeah.
And I got an argument with a guy earlier on TikTok about that he was arguing that Herbert is not as good as what Mahomes is, and my argument is it's his supporting cast. And I'm like, he has no cast now. He had that cast for 1 year last year and was hurt.
Yeah.
And your running back was your number 1 receiver 2 years ago. That's a problem. Like, why is your running back receiving 1,200 yards?
Well, and that running back is no longer with the team.
Exactly. So
he's in Washington.
So you have none of your starters
For $11 million.
Right. So my argument was you put Herbert on Kansas City, and he's winning at least 1 Super Bowl. At least one of the 2 that they have.
Yeah.
What do they have 3? They have 2, right? Kansas
2.
City?
Yeah, they got 2.
Yeah. So they at least would have won the first one.
Right.
Cast that they had.
Yeah.
But the Giants are for sure going to take a quarterback, probably JJ. They have a hard on for his ass.
They got something.
Tampa Bay is apparently reaching out to Keon to come in for a top 30 interview for him to go to Tampa Bay. So Keon being opposite of Mike Evans. Hey, represent Florida State. But I don't want him to go to Tampa. I would rather him go to like Atlanta in the 2nd round, given we have a bunch of wide receivers coming in. But I would love Dallas. My personal thought is you take Turner reverse number 1 with our 1st round pick, and then take Braden Fisk in the 2nd round, thick big D tackle.
Yeah.
And then may or may not make a trade if we trade back and get a number 1 next year. Like the big kid from Georgia that's coming out. Like, I'm just saying, like, look what's coming out next year. Like, we need to start game planning ahead. But I told a couple people Atlanta's on a 2-year window to playoff and Super Bowl. Because all of our talent has 2-3 years, and then we have to pay contracts.
Yeah.
Because I even mentioned, what if we traded Pitts and drafted Bowers? Like, would that be the end of the world?
No.
Like yeah, Pitts is a legit target, but
so is Bowers.
What could we get for Pitts though?
And with Bowers, you can at least play him inside a little more because he can block. Because he's a lot bigger size wise.
Do you think Atlanta would be dumb enough to take Bowers instead of taking a defensive end?
I mean, I don't think it would be dumb if you have a plan around it.
But what I say is dumb is knowing that our defensive line is aging out, and we need to have a plan in place instead of trying to make up for it later.
Right, but my thing is if it maybe they haven't worked out where they take him at say 8 if he's there.
Yep.
And then once that's done, they know, okay, here we can do this. Maybe they can get a first round for somebody who will take Pitts. I mean, it may be a later first round, but you can still get something. You know what I mean?
If we can get Pitts for a first rounder, that would be nice.
So but this draft class is a lot deeper with D-line and edge than normal.
It is, but it's also.
So, honestly, if you can get him for, let's say, if you can get him, if somebody will trade him and they give you something at like 21, 22, there's the off chance that a run starts on something else and Verse is still sitting there.
Well, there's going to be a run.
Could still be there.
There's 100% run on quarterbacks.
Right.
Everyone in there is going to flip
even
out.
If you trade him and get somebody in the 20s, because they're like, okay, we'll take. Or even if, what is it? Minnesota takes them. Maybe you can get Minnesota to flip that second first round pick for Kyle Pitts at 19.
Mm-hmm.
They could still be sitting there theoretically.
Or if
it's one of the playoff teams that are later, like high 20s. I mean, depending on how his pro day goes, That's essentially.
You know, Brock said.
Honestly, the way I look at it, anything after 20, I'm gonna say 25, is essentially a second round pick. You're just getting an extra year out of it. You're getting a 5th year.
You know, Brock set out the pro day.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
So it's how hurt is he?
Right. Which I get, but
which also brings in the question.
But the way I look at it is, like I said, if it's from 25 back, I look at it as just a high second round pick. You just get that extra contract year.
Yeah, I get that.
So if you're there, and let's say the Penn State kid Robinson has an awesome pro day, and he's sitting there, fucking take him. It's it's a early second round pick. You just get a 5th year option. That's the only reason you. That's why Philly's done what they've done the past 2 years when they trade back into the fucking deal to get that 5th year, and they take a random they take that Georgia player because hey, we got a 5th year. That's why they did what they did with fucking Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith. Okay, he's a high second round pick, but you traded back in.
Jordan shouldn't have gone first round.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
How far he fell back to begin with. That's ridiculous.
I'm saying. So they're essentially doing the same thing. They're treating it as a second round pick, but you get a 5th year option. That's it.
Like, I don't want us to Atlanta it, where we have sat here for so long and had talent around. We'll take a corner. We'll take the best available the past 3 years. Like, this GM needs to do something. Like, we bring a new coaching staff and everything.
That's what I said. Okay, it's new coaching staff. Based on what you did in the free agency. Honestly, trade back, get a couple more picks, and see what you can do with.
I feel like it's set up for us to go defense heavy the first at least two rounds. And we should be able to have you pick of the litter of the top defensive people because so many people are aged out in the wide receiver room, the running back room, and the quarterbacks. Quarterback room is going to be a rough road for whoever needs a quarterback. And you're about to trade the farm to get to someone. because you have Penix,
or like
Bo.
Shit. Trade back to, you said Minnesota's at 11, right?
Minnesota's at 11 or 12.
Okay,
Raiders
trade
are
back
at
to 11. We get that first round, and we get next year's first round, whatever. I mean, shit. Even if it's this year's first and second, and next year's second, I'd still drop back.
Oh, I would drop back with that. Give me picks. But it's I want Atlanta to be vicious with it. You know what I mean? Like, go for the win, go for the throat, get the best that we can.
Because even if you drop back to 11, there's a 90% chance Verse and Turner are still going to be sit there.
Right.
Take one of them. Take your 2 second round. Take Minnesota's second round and your second round, which guess what? Are top half of the second round anyway.
Yep.
Take 2 more defensive linemen and then fill out the rest of it from there. Whatever.
So, question: would we look at a corner though for AJ?
I mean, it depends.
Do we sign him?
I wouldn't be opposed.
But with what's coming out next year on corner, like, do we take one now or do we take one next year?
I'd probably wait till next year.
Because next year's corner class is going to be ridiculous. And the biggest one,
my opinion, I would wait till next year, honestly.
Just because even this year, like even if it's like 4th or 5th round, like LSU has a kid coming out. Y'all have a safety, right? Safety in a corner.
We got a couple of safeties.
Yeah. Florida State their 2 starting corners are out.
Yeah.
Or the nickel and their starting corner.
Right.
Like, they have there's a few kids. You got the kid from I think it's West Virginia or Rutgers. He's highly rated.
Yeah.
I think a kid from Tulane also is highly rated.
Yeah. I think the West Virginia kid you're thinking of is like Quinyon Mitchell or some shit.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But they tested high. So if they're high up, like, take him in a late round.
I mean, honestly, shit. All right, if we take D-line in the first round and we have 2 and we trade back and we end up with 2 seconds, I'd be fine with, based on taking, if one of those corners are sitting there,
take it then.
Take it. I mean, shit. It's not going to kill us.
Corner.
Right, yeah.
Cause a run on corners and then throw back to something else that you really want.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. I mean, if they're sitting there in the second round and their best player on the board at that point is a corner, I'm fine with them taking it. I mean, yeah, we can wait till next year. It's not a big deal. But if they think that's going to help, I don't have a problem with it.
I got you.
But I don't need you reaching for somebody we can get later in the fucking draft.
Don't reach like you did on one of our guards 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't need that.
That didn't pan out. Like,
yeah, no, I don't need that.
In the first round, he's a top guard in the league. The other one, he can't get off the practice team.
Yeah.
But you traded back into the first round to get.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't need that.
Like, if you're trading back up into the first round because, like, Verse or the kid from Penn State's sitting there, like, take them both. Or Turner and, and there's a run on D ends or whatever. Like, trade back up and take the other one.